Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
The Westwood Rebels. First, the starters on defense for the Hinton Blackhawks. Number 3, Carter Worden. Number 7, Bodie Benabos. Number 10, Bo DeRocher. Number 15, Garrett Lindley. Number 16, Caden Winters. Number 22, Jarrett Kerwin. Number 37, Dylan Hartman. Number 55, Bo Johnson. Number 68, Carson Ludwig. Number 70, Ethan Chrissy. Number 85, Garrett Stahl. Head coaches and assistant coaches for the Blackhawks. Head coach, Kadrian Harderson, assisted by Joel Small, Cale Kramer, John Zevenbergen, Trevor Case, Taylor Clark, Ryan Gillespie, and Steve Bittaker. And now the starters on offense for the Westwood Rebels. Number 2, Lawson Haveman. Number 5, Jackson DeWald. Number 11, Connor Tettinger. Number 15, Joe Morris. Number 30, Kyler Reynolds. Number 44, Bryson Martindale. Number 52, Dylan Waite. Number 53, Derek Gilbert. Number 66, Tom Heilman. Number 69, Thorne Rodney. And number 74, Caleb Drees. And now we ask that everyone stand as members of Boy Scout Troop number 269 present our nation's colors. Ladies and gentlemen, Cage McDonald was an active member of Troop 269 and was working on his tenderfoot rank. He was our youngest member and brought life and excitement to our older scouts. He was able to accompany his troop this past summer to Minnesota, where he enjoyed rock climbing, swimming, and kayaking. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Cage represented each word of our scout law, and he will be greatly missed by his fellow scouts and their families. Cage wore the number 3 for the Westwood Junior High football team. To honor him, all of the number 3s on the field have been painted blue. The Rebel football helmets will also have a black stripe with Cage's number 3. We would also take this moment to thank the Hinton Community School District and their coaches for wearing blue in support of the Westwood community. We will now observe a moment of silence in honor of Cage McDonald. Thank you. Anyone holding a balloon in honor of Cage may release those now. We ask that everyone remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as the Westwood Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. Brogan Carney, plays our national anthem.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hinton Westwood football game played on Saturday afternoon. This is a Fuller Digital Solution ball game, and I'll welcome you here. They had a ceremony for Cage McDonald, who passed away yesterday. The Hinton Blackhawks are ready to go. I know the Rebels are ready to go. It's going to be quite the game. I know they've got Westwood has a big running back named Jackson DeWald, who, well, all I can tell you is he's a beast. And I believe he scored 3 touchdowns last week in their game last week. He's also a state runner-up in wrestling 1A at 182 last year. He lost in overtime in the state final to Tenold from Gilbertville down Bosco.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's
And now I will
Westwood has their own.
High school athletic officials for this evening's contest. Referee Bob Johnson, umpire Sean Darrington, linesman Brian Bent, line judge
and we're about
Alex
ready for
Dighton,
kickoff.
and back judge Devin Collins. This time I would also like to announce our Westwood coaching staff. Head coach Cass Burkhart, assisted by Don Jorgensen, Todd Greeter, Chase Collins, Brady Butters, Scott Kettinger, and Ryan Doherty.
So we're about ready to go for kickoff. I'm not sure who's kicking to who right now. I believe Westwood's record is 2-2, and Hinton's is 1-3. We'll get going here in just a minute. It's going to be 1st and 10. As soon as they kick the ball off, not sure who's kicking. Because they may have held the flip of the coin outside the field at that time. And of course, the Westwood Rebels are getting all fired up. They're ready to go. Crowd's ready to go. It's Westwood's homecoming. There will be occasions where some of the vision's going to be, angles will be blocked when fans stand up on exceptional plays. Hinton last week fell to the Galen, Lamar's Galen, 42-10. They were without DeRocher last week. And I'm not sure, but I think Hinton will be playing without their quarterback, Glenn Carlson. But we'll find out. If he's not there ready to go, it will be Gabe Anderson, a freshman, who will be the starting quarterback if Glenn is not in the lineup. It's a beautiful day. Windy. Might help with the punting game and the kicking game to a certain extent. And it looks like we're ready to go. And there might be some leg time in the announcing, as I am on a hot spot, so it's not quite as good as tying into their system, but we have to make do. We improvise and we go.
The Rebels will be kicking off this afternoon, defending the south end zone, with the Blackhawks receiving and defending the north end zone.
Well, as you can tell, I'm sitting directly underneath the loudspeaker, so it's going to get kind of loud at times, but Westwood will be kicking off. Hinton will be receiving. Hinton is to your left. Westwood's to your right. Hinton in their travel uniforms. Westwood in their home uniforms. Back out here a little bit. Back to receive for the Blackhawks is Dylan Hartman.
Clock kicking off for the Rebels. Lindley and Hartman back deep for the Blackhawks.
So that's Garrett Lindley and Dylan Hartman. And it's going to go over their head and into the end zone. So for a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20.
End zone for a touchback.
So Hinton will start with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And we'll see who is the quarterback here in just a minute. It looks like it is Gabe Anderson. A freshman will be the starting quarterback for Hinton Blackhawks as Glenn Carlson is out for today's game. Not privy to the information as to why, but that's okay. We got to make do with what we can and starting in a shotgun formation. A low snap, mishandled, but Anderson takes it, and it looks like he's dropped for about a yard loss. They may
kept the first run, no gain on the play.
No gain, they kept him. That was good. At least he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
With that tackle, 2nd down.
I will try to get the numbers for Westwood as we go. Okay. Double wide to the right. Man in motion. A little bubble screen. Lindley catches it and gets about 3 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Lindley with the reception. Gained about 3 on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I am doing both the camera work and the announcing, so things will definitely look a little jumpy. I won't have my main man, Nick Hartman, is on the other side cheering on his son tonight. And we have trips to the left. Snap. Little bubble screen. Lindley again, but doesn't get it. He only gets about a yard.
DeRocher with the
DeRocher
reception.
was the
Tripped up
reception.
by Flowers.
So it's 4th and 5
Gained
coming
a
up.
couple on the play. He's going to bring up 4th and 5.
Kyron Flowers back to receive.
Flowers back deep for the Rebels.
To receive. Looks like DeRocher is not quite sure who the kicker is. Number 12, I'm thinking it is Mark Gant. A high snap. A high kick. It's coming up short. And it looks like it's going to go dead at the 41-yard line. So at 9:57, the Rebels take over. It is 0-0.
First and 10.
And Hinton Blackhawk is now on defense. And so we'll see, we'll get to see the mean machine, Mr. DeWald, here. Double tight. Man in motion. Off tackle for Jackson. He gets about 5 yards on the carry, about 4 yards on the carry.
DeWald, the ball carrier, brought down by Hartman.
2nd and 6.
Gain 4 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Wide out to the right, wide out to the left. DeWald again up the middle, and he goes for about 10-yard line.
10-yard run by DeWald.
About 10, not 10 yards.
That's a Rebel first down.
Rebel first down there. Haveman is the quarterback, number 2. Man in motion. Again, they're just going to feed the beast. A good defense by Hinton Blackhawks that time, and we have good penetration of the lane. Number
Kerwin
7.
In on that tackle.
Benabus and Kerwin on the tackle.
It's going to be 2nd and 11.
That probably doesn't happen to Jackson DeWald too often. So 2nd and 11.
7-yard line.
Good defense that time. Good penetration. Again, Rebels with double wideouts. Under center, man in motion. A pitch out to 38, who's going to go all the way. Oh, and he's tackled there right at the 2-yard line by DeRocher.
Reynolds with a 40-yard gain on the play.
Reynolds was
Run out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Rebels.
That was Kyler Reynolds there, 1st and goal. You got the beast up the middle, and then you got some speed on the outside with Reynolds, no doubt about it. As you can see, lining up at about the 3-yard line. And it's Jackson DeWald up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown.
Rebel touchdown.
So it is now 6-0, the score with 8:18.
Max Quaff on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Haveman.
Haveman is a holder. A little lefty. And it looks good.
Good.
And so it's 7.
8:18 left in the first quarter.
So the Max Quapp is perfect on his PAT. So at 8:18, it is 7-0 for the Rebels.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
So, a 40-yard run, about a 64-yard drive there by the Rebels. Blackhawks did a good job early on defensively, but then they changed up speed there a little bit, and it's a deep one, and it's going to Dylan Droscher is down at about the 7-yard line because the two returners ran into each other, and so the Hinton Blackhawks are starting in a hole. They're 1st and 10 at about the 7.
It's like the knee touchdown at about the 7-yard line where the Blackhawks start, 1st and 10.
So let's see what the Blackhawks can do here. Spread formation, trips to the right, wide out to the left. Single back in the backfield. Hand off to Lindley off tackle, who gets up to about 3, gets 3 yards there.
Lindley, the ball carrier.
Lindley ball carrier. I think DeWalt was
brought
in
down
on
by
that.
DeWalt. Gained about 3 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. You guys are going to get a double dose of announcing. Like I said, I'm right underneath the speakers here, so I could actually earn my money just being a cameraman. And here we go. Here we got wide out to the left, doubles to the right, man in motion. Nope, stops. Waiting for the snap. Gabe Anderson drops back. He's got number 16 out on, and his 16. It's off to the races.
Winters with the reception.
Winters with the reception, and I'm not quite sure. I didn't follow that very well, guys. Sorry.
Gained about 27 yards on the play. Run out of bounds by Joe Morris.
So that was a
ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Blackhawks,
so that was a 25-yard pitch and catch. The officials here have given a water break to the teams, which this is the first one that I've seen all year, and there have been some really humid days at the games that the Blackhawks have played that have not been given the water breaks. I was not able to see who got the tackle in there that ran Winters out, but it was a good pitch and catch by Hinton, and then way to run him down. Good angle by the Rebel defense of deep back there. So we are about ready to bringing him back to the center here now. Getting him saying, hey guys, finish up. Defensive coordinator for the Rebels is coming back. Looks like he's injured himself. Jorgensen, I believe is his name. We are ready to go here. That was, again, a nice pitch and catch there. And was able to get the angle and got some speed. So that was some good offense. I think for Hinton, for the remainder of the season, it's about accomplishing getting the techniques down and stuff like that. They're an awful young team. They'll have quite a few of the kids coming back. I think there's a few seniors on the lineup here. But at the same time, I believe they are a very young team. I think there's only one or two. There's only two, I believe, 3 seniors on this Blackhawk team. So Hinton Blackhawks are a very young team, and I'm looking at the Westwood deal, and they've got some seniors, but they too are a young team. So they will be back up in Hinton next year for this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed that the volleyball team has advanced in the conference tournament and will play West Monona on Monday night in Shaler. So if you would like to make the drive to Shaler and support our volleyball team, that would be great.
Well, you heard it. Volleyball team just advanced in the Rebel volleyball team just advanced to their conference finals. So again, this is Jan George, cameraman and announcing today, so I apologize for missing some of the action. I'd like to say it's arthritis, but it's not. It's just I'm slow at it. When trying to do, at least I have to admit my shortcomings in there. So we are about ready. We are ready to go back to action here. Probably I'll get a commercial next time they have a timeout. Sorry about that. And here we go. We got trips to the right, single to the left. Lindley in the backfield. Anderson waiting for the snap. Oh, it's a high snap. Fumbles the ball. He's tasting. He runs it, and he's gonna lose about 5-6
Anderson,
yards.
the
It depends upon where they mark it. It was a high snap. Looks like they
loss on the play.
Loss of 5, so it's going to be
5 yards.
It's going to be 2nd and 15.
Second down.
You got a new quarterback there. Center needs to bring it down, bring it back in just a little bit. That's one of the positions I played in high school. He's just bringing it up way too high, way too quick. And here we go again. Anderson in the backfield, waiting for the snap. And he's swing pass out. DeRocher gets it. And it looks like they marking him. It's going to be a 6-yard gain.
Reception.
And a tackle by number.
Brought to the ground by Martindale.
I believe that's number 44. Yep, Martindale from
no gain on the play.
Westwood got the tackle. Ooh, I misspoke. I guess it is 3rd down. Well, I'd say they gained a yard on that deal, so I'm going to say it's a 3rd and 14 on the play here. Again, we got a full package on this side. Screen pass, drop ball. So it's going to be 4th.
Lindley, the intended receiver. Pass falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
4th down here for the Blackhawks, who will be punting for the 2nd time.
Flowers dropping back deep for the Rebels.
Flowers is back. He's on about the 35, 36-yard line. With this win, you never know what kind of snap we're going to get. And Lyman comes in late for Hinton. Looks like number 40 is punting. 46 is punting. And it's kind of a shank, but it's getting away. It's going to get a Blackhawk roll there. And it's going to go dead at about the 37, 38-yard line of the Rebels.
After the punt, the ball is spotted at the 38-yard line where the Rebels have got it. 1st and 10.
Who's 46? Who was 46? Who punted?
That was Carson Pierce.
Carson Pierce was the punter for the Blackhawks. They have 14 on him in the lineup. But here we go again. Under center. Man in motion. DeWalt, feed the beast. It's going to take more than one guy to take him down. And he gets about 10 yards, maybe 11 on that one. So that was a heck of a run by Jackson DeWald.
11-yard gain by DeWald.
I think it was pretty much a team tackle by the Blackhawks, and I think that's how they're going to have to do it this game. He's got some big legs, so he's going to churn it out. Again, if you see him on the wrestle mat, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. So we got an injury timeout here right now. Not really sure who's down, but it looks like maybe a lineman. So as we go here, again, I think beautiful day to have a football game. You know, I think a lot of people are probably trying to watch this and some of the college games that are on. And so I'm just going to kind of check some scores here and as we're waiting. And Iowa's now up on Colorado State, 24-14. And starting the fourth quarter, it's Iowa State losing to Baylor 28-23. I caught a little bit of that game. That quarterback for Baylor is very athletic and stuff. And so Iowa State's got their handful. Iowa State's 2-1. 60, it looks like 68 is the injured one. So it looks like Carson Ludwig got shaken up there. Quite possibly he's walking a little tenderly, maybe a sprained ankle. But we're about ready to go. As soon as Carson and the coaches get off the field, they will be. And sign of good sportsmanship, you saw a couple of the Westwood coaches out there immediately trying rendering aid. I think that's just an awesome display of sportsmanship. And here we go. Again, it's feed the beast up the middle, and he just holds on and runs. And it's going to be, I dare you to tackle me. And again, a good
7-yard gain on the play.
7-yard gain on the play. And it was a team tackle. Dylan
Kyle
Hartman
Weiss with that tackle.
Dylan Hartman, Kyle Weiss, all those guys were on it.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Second down.
Second down. So this drive started at the 38. So they're on the 45 of Hinton at this point in time. Now, I wouldn't be surprised at this point in time if the Rebels kind of shake it up a little bit and go again up the middle. Get down on Lindley. It is a team tackle. You had Lindley. You had Stahl. You basically had the entire Hinton defense on Jackson.
Gain of about 4 on the play. He's going to come up just short of the first down.
Just short of
1.
31 here. If I'm a betting man, I would just go with DeWald up the middle or off tackle. And here we go. He's again shooting the gap. There was some movement there.
Penalty flags on the play.
Where he threw it is probably movement on the Rebels.
Against the Rebels.
So mark off 5. So now it's going to be 3rd and 6 for a first down. So this is where they might incorporate that lateral and option play. Fake to DeWald and go off tackle or go off the end. Haveman is under center. You've got Reynolds not in motion, 44 in motion this time. And he bobbled it, but he gets outside, and he's off to the races right now. He runs up the middle, and it's taken down. It looks like it quite possibly might be a face mask on that. It'd be my guess, or a horse collar. It'd be my guess on that.
Martindale with a 35-yard gain on the play. There's a penalty flag on the field.
Which will probably be added to the run.
Runner was brought down at the 10-yard line.
And I've got to learn how to follow along here as I'm doing this. Yes, they call horse collar tackle.
Penalty is a horse collar against the Blackhawks.
So that's half the distance to the goal, I believe. So it's going to move the Rebels down to about the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Rebels. And again, Hinton had good penetration, but Martindale was able to get outside the defensive end and go to town. Again, DeWald up the middle. He's turning his legs, and they stopped him for no gain that time. Again, a good...
DeWald, the ball carrier, gain of a couple on the play, brings up 2nd and
You
goal.
had Lindley and I believe Kerwin in on the stop there, or quite possibly might have been Dylan Hartman too. So at 3:20 in the first quarter, the Rebels are knocking on the door. Defensively, the Hinton Blackhawks are having some moments of some good play, but defensive play there again. Tight formation, up the middle again this time, and it looks like DeWald is in for his 2nd touchdown at 3:03 of the first quarter.
Jackson DeWald, the ball carrier.
And so, I mean, it's just feed the beast. So that's his 2nd touchdown here for the Rebels.
Max Quap on to attempt the extra point.
Thanks, Quamp. On for the extra point.
Gilbert snapping to Haveman.
Gilbert is the center. Haveman is the holder. Max Quamp is the... And again, it looks like it is good.
It's good.
How it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks.
Yeah.
Prime Bank, other banks.
Woo.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with You Pick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check balances, deposit checks, and use all the popular payment services. So now is a good time to bank with confidence. At Prime Bank, earn more your way. Member FDIC.
And we're back on the field here. So at 3-3 the first quarter, the Rebels scored their second touchdown. The Blackhawks have had, I think, only one first down so far in the first quarter, but they've done some good things defensively. But when you have the athlete that
Pritchard,
the Westwood Rebels have, it's going to be a tough game. But you know, the whole idea coaching is to make sure that they don't get going here. We lost a little. Okay, we have lost signal here. So we lost power. So I've got to figure out why.
Lindley and Hartman back deep for the Blackhawks.
Okay. Am I unplugged up there?
Hartman with the return back to the 37-yard line. Steinhoff in on that tackle.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We had a power outage, a.k.a. got unplugged. So I had to go back in the box and take care of that. We did miss a nice run there by Hinton.
On the tackle.
So we are
6 on the play.
second and 4 for to a first down here. We got double left, 2 back set in the back. Kerwin went in motion. Dylan Hartman up the middle, and he runs for about 10-yard line, takes a shot by
Lindley, the ball carrier,
Reynolds.
down by Kyler Reynolds.
Reynolds, the high five, and that was a shot,
First
but
down was gained.
Dylan's a wrestler too, so I mean he's going to take. He'll take a beat and keep on ticking. Okay, we have Stahl out wide. Double set to the left. Oh, we got a little bit of a Westwood bubble. DeRocher takes the ball, and he's heading down the sideline, and he goes all the way out, but that was a mishandled snap that went right into DeRocher's hands, and he took off and gained about 20 yards on that one.
Ball's now spotted at the 30-yard line of the Rebels.
Guess we need a little. Got to have some luck in this game, I guess. So we'll take that. We'll take it for a nice run. This is a good drive. We're 1st and 10 on the 30. Okay, we got double wides to the left, single to the right, Lindley in the backfield, Rocher in motion. Lindley up the middle, and it looks like he's going to come. Gets about 7 yards on that.
Lindley with the carry.
And that's a nice run. Got the Westwood Rebels a little bit back on their heels.
Gain of 7 on the play brings up 2nd down.
Yeah. I noticed the tripod's just a hair off a little here. Sorry about that. But we are back on. I think we're back on. I better check, make sure. Yes, we are. Now I'm filming for posterity here. Oh, up the middle, off tackle there for about a yard gain. Got down to the 20.
Lindley again, the ball
It's going to be
carrier,
awful
tripped up by
close
Derek
to a
Gilbert.
first down. I would
Did gain a couple on the play, 3rd and 1.
I would, if I was the Hinton coaches, I'd ask the officials, why don't you measure that? Because from where I'm standing, I think they got it. But then again, I'm a little bit of ways away and not at a great angle. So it does look like the officials are going to.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've got the Hinton Blackhawks 0 and the Westwood Rebels 14.
There we go. So at the end of the first quarter, it is 14-0, but Hinton is on the drive. Hinton is on the drive. So. And here we go.
We believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Athletic complex. What's the name of the athletic complex here? What's it called?
What's that?
What's the name of the athletic complex? Because I can't read it from here. So.
Good luck. I can't read it either.
What this complex is called?
Oh, Roy, or wait, something. Dwayne Hoffman.
Dwayne M. Hoffman.
Yes.
Dwayne M. Hoffman.
Superintendent.
Okay. Okay, it's the Dwayne M. Hoffman Athletic Complex, and I was informed that it was a superintendent named after a superintendent that was here for 100 years. That's what the crowd's telling me. I'm going with it. Okay, it's 3rd and inches here. And it's Lindley off tackle. He breaks it. He's running. He's keeping those legs going, and he's down at about the 8-yard line. Nice run. Yeah, the Rebels stunting the gaps because they figured it was just going to go up the middle, and well, he was able to bounce out of that and get right there.
1st and goal, Hinton.
So it's first down on the 7, I believe, on the 8. And we have twins to the left, single to the right. Kerwin in motion. Up the middle by Lindley, and he is gang tackled there by DeWalt. And
again, the ball carrier.
Hanner and
Dries with that tackle.
And Dries. Well, they had
no gain on the play, brings up 2nd down.
That was Caleb Dries, I believe. He was a senior. So it's 2nd and goal at the 8. I thought he had at least one, but I will have to give the officials the leeway there. They are a lot closer than I am. So here we go. We got twins to the right. Kerwin out to the left. Looks like a little bubble screen, and it looks like it's in for a touchdown. Hinton Blackhawks.
Anderson to Kerwin.
Kerwin catches it.
For the Blackhawk touchdown.
Again, I've got to learn how to follow this a little bit better when I'm doing it myself. But that brings the score to 14-6 at 10:43. And I'm not exactly sure who will be It looks like Pierce is going to be doing the kicking and DeRocher doing the holding there. Nice snap, it's up, and it's blocked. So that is the score. It's 14-6 at 10:43 of the second quarter, and we'll be right back. And we're about ready to go here. That was a nice drive put on by the Blackhawks, an 80-yard drive. We did pretty good there, I think, covering ourselves from the standpoint that we had one little minor power outage, and now the Blackhawks will be kicking off for the first time.
Flowers and Reynolds back deep receiving for the Rebels.
Flower and Reynolds back deep.
Carson Pierce kicking off for the Blackhawks.
And here we go. And it's a kick down by number 58 there. So we are back at it.
Tommy Malloy with the
Malloy,
kick return.
Who basically just covered. He's a lineman. And
downing the ball at about the 26-yard line where the Rebels are going to start, 1st and 10.
I think most coaches just tell if the lineman touches the ball, get down. So here we go, 1st and 10. At about the 26, 27-yard line for the Rebels. Defensively, the Blackhawks have shown some stoppage of those guys, but again, ball on the ground, it looks like. But it was Jackson DeWall who up the middle.
Gain of a yard.
It looked like it might have been ball was loose because the quarterback sure acted like he was going to dive back into it. But then, but number 55 was on the tackle there for Bo Johnson and Weiss, number 78. So here we go again. Up the middle again by DeWalt, but again a stopped on the line. You had 22, you had Chrissy was in on it. Dylan Hartman was in on it.
Gain of another yard or two on the play brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 8 for the Rebels. 8 yards to get a first down. I'm going to hedge my bet. They're going to do a motion here. And we'll see what happens here. And again, DeWalt up the middle. Ball is loose. Ball is loose, but gets down on it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Martindale.
Martindale was the intended.
It's going to bring up 4th
back.
down
Good
for the Rebels.
Good stop by Hinton on that one. Good penetration by the defensive front and D ends.
Back for the Blackhawks.
So we have Carter Warden back. We have Jackson DeWall doing the punt, first punt. He does it all. It's a shanker. It might have gotten touched. And it goes out at about, no, it comes back in. And it comes, and he tries to pick it up. And he makes it to about the 45. So that was
returned the ball to about the 44-yard line where he was run out of bounds. Blackhawks are going to start 1st and 10.
First
We've got
and 10.
8:49 left in the second quarter.
You guys heard that, 8:49. Here we go. The Rebels' defensive front isn't that big, but they are quick. They're physical. Okay, we've got pistol formation. Lindley in motion. Up the middle looks probably by Dylan Hartman for no gain. Looks like. That might
Gain
have
of a
been,
yard on the play brings up 2nd down.
that might have been by Bodie Benabus, or number 3. Carter Warden was up the middle. They had him in the backfield. At this angle, you can't really tell who that far back is, but got Lindley in the backfield. You have Stahl wide left. And here we go. Anderson drops back to pass. Oh, and broken up by number 1 by Flowers.
DeRocher, the intended receiver, broke up by Flowers. There is a penalty
And
flag.
it looks
on
like
the field.
a hold on Hinton. But it was a good pass. It was a good pass, but well defended by the Rebels, and we'll see what happens here. Holding Blackhawks. So it's 3rd and 10 now. So it'll be 2nd and 20 if or more, depending upon where the hold took place. They are going to accept it, so it's going to be 2nd and
penalty is against
25.
the Blackhawks.
It's going to be 2nd and about 25. Right there, 2nd and 25. So
The ball is spotted at the 31-yard line.
So first down is
Second
the
and long.
46. So you had Anderson running back in with the play. You've got Kerwin out wide left. You've got Stahl. Lindley in the backfield.
Penalty flag. Delay
kinda-
of game. Blackhawks.
I'm not sure that they reset that clock. So it's quite obviously. So now it is 2nd and really long. I'm going to say probably 30, 2nd and 30. So now let's just get it so that they can make a good punt and flip the field on the deal. And he's got Droscher out here. Oh, and Droscher's down, going down the sideline. I can't catch up. Holy moly, that
DeRocher
was
with the reception.
a touchdown for the Blackhawks,
Touchdown, Blackhawks.
where the Rebel defenders lost sight of Droscher coming across, and it was a good pass. And so now this is a game, people. It is 14-12. See what the Blackhawks are going to do here. I just couldn't catch up
on to
on.
attempt the extra point. DeRocher holding.
Here we go. It's up, and it's kind of a corker, but it
And the kick is
was good. Hey, it's ugly, but still good. Ugly scores too. So at 7:50 of the second quarter, it is 14-13 Rebels.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And we're back here, and it is 14-13 Rebels. Pierce ready for the kickoff. Kind of off the side, it caught by Flowers, I believe, and he takes it up to about the 35-yard line.
For the Rebels.
Up to about the 35 on that.
Worden in on that tackle, along with Hartman.
It looks like the Baylor Bears are going to defeat Iowa State.
The Rebels are going to start first and 10.
31-23 with 43 seconds left. Iowa's up 24-14. So that's where we're at for those. So here we go. It's first and 10 on the 35 for the Rebels. And it's the wall of the middle, a good stunt. Tripped up there by, I want to say, Bodie Benabus.
Line by Hartman. No gain on the play, second down.
Bodie Benabus tripped him up. Hartman finished it off. And it is second and 10. I would assume at some point in time the Rebels are going to come back with that sweep here. And here we go. It is Jackson up the middle, and he's a big cannon right there. And he takes it for about 18-yard run there. And it's first and 10.
18-yard gain on the play. It's enough for a Rebel first down. Ball's going to be spotted at the Blackhawk 47-yard line.
47
first and 10 Rebels.
First and 10. There just Jackson DeWalt kept his legs moving, and the Blackhawks got to understand it's got to be a team tackle on that kid. Rebels are moving the ball. Again, up the middle by DeWald, who busts through again, and he runs for another probably 14 yards. So he's had 32 yards.
13-yard gain for the Rebels.
32 yards just in the last two plays. And it's just up the middle. It's up the gut. So the line has to be getting prepared to get those holes and team tackle, pursue to the ball. So as they come up to the line, the defense is getting prepared. The wall is looking over. And again, it's up the middle again by DeWald, who probably gets another 7, 8 yards there. So he's
6-yard gain on the play, maybe 5 yards.
Since they stopped him on that first play,
and 5.
He's rattled off about 40 some yards. So at 6:01 in the second quarter, Rebels on the move. Blackhawk defense on their heels a little bit. And we'll see what the Rebels do here. Quarterback sneak, it looks like. No, handoff, delayed handoff to Jackson DeWald. D lineman collapsed in the middle, and
2-yard gain on the play. DeWald, the ball carrier.
It's a little tough, a little harder to do those things when you've got people hanging on your feet. And so you got to wrap him up. Got to pursue. Got to have team tackle on DeWalt. Okay, but he is the workhorse for the Rebels here. Flowers in motion, up the middle again, and they finally stop him for maybe a yard gain, and so it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2 or 4th and 2, or 3rd and 2, 4th and 2.
Gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 2.
I would assume you're either going to go with DeWald up the middle, which, the Hinton Blackhawks have struggled to stop him, but we've got to make sure we can get on there. And so And it's the wall up the middle. He's got the first down. He's past the line. So they're going to move the chain, and we're down to about the 20-yard line, maybe about 22.
Gain of 3 on the play results in a Rebel first down. DeWald, the ball carrier.
That was a good 4 downs for the Blackhawks defensively. It would have been a lot better if they had stopped him short. But that's just how it is. So it's 1st and 10 on the 23. DeWald again up the middle, and he just kind of lunges over. Reynolds was in motion that time.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd and 7.
What's the old
Ball
statement?
spotted at the 20
3
yard
yards
line
and a
of the
cloud of
Blackhawks.
dust. Well, most of the football fields have got good grass on it, so it's a bunch of grass. Just going to mow some grass, I guess. Here we go. Off tackle again, diving at his legs, and I think you just gotta. You can't do that. You got to hit him right at the waist, and you got to get the teammates the pursuit of the ball.
A 7-yard gain.
So it's going to
on
be
the run.
3rd and 1 for the Rebels.
Going to come up just a yard short. 3rd down.
Go a little tighter here on the scene. So here we go. Just a little bit here. So we're on the 14-yard line. And, of course, Jackson off tackle left, but they'll probably give him on where he moved. Or not. Yes, it does. According to where they spot the ball, it's 1st down.
Run right up the middle, gained about 2 on the play.
So it's
That's a Rebel first down.
1st and 10 on the 12. There we go. Again, Reynolds in motion. DeWalt off tackle. Looks like he gained about a yard, maybe 2. 2nd and 8.
3-yard gain on the play. DeWalt, the ball carrier.
There we go. So 2nd and 7 they gave him 3 on that one. Reynolds in motion. DeWalt up the middle. Quarterback keeper this time. And Haveman follows.
Haveman, the ball carrier.
Goes in right behind.
Gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5 here. Getting the angle is not good, not real great for filming, but it is what it is. Here we go as the Blackhawks get their defensive line, and you've got DeWalt off tackle. This time he just keeps running and runs right through the.
And DeWalt in for the touchdown.
For his 3rd touchdown of the game at 1:34. You have.
It's about a 7-yard touchdown run for the Rebels.
So it's 20-13
Max
with
clock
about a
on
minute
to attempt
34
the
to
extra
go.
point. Gilbert snapping to Haveman for the hold.
Haveman for the hold here. Max Quam in low snap. But it's good. It looks good here.
It's good.
So it is 21-13 at 1:34 of the 2nd quarter. Heading into, we've got a minute and so. Let's see what the.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, 3-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
Okay, and we're back. We're waiting for the kickoff here. pan out there a little bit here. Well, it's the Rebels running game, running of Jackson DeWald, who scored his third touchdown now. It's got to be over 100 yards, I'm guessing, or close to it already. The defense did some good things during that stretch. They would hold them, but they've got to pursue. Basically, it's got to be a kind of a wolf pack mentality, and they know who's 99% of the time who's going to get that ball. But that's when Westwood will. Okay, it's on the ground. They cover it. So the Blackhawks will take over at about the 30. So it'll be 1st and 10 at 1:33. Oh, the lights just went off.
Hubner covering that kick.
Now the lights went back on. So it's 1:33.
Right at the 30-yard line.
We'll see what the offense can do for the Blackhawks here.
Minute 33 left in the quarter.
Minute 33. Lindley in the backfield. Anderson still quarterbacking. He'll be the quarterback throughout. You got twins to the right, single to the left. Waiting for the snap. Sprint out. Oh, and misses. Landon Burkhart just missed him on the pass there.
Anderson throwing
but it was a boot to the right. So 2nd and 10. So here we go. We are getting closer there. I'm going to pan in adjusted the deal here. We got twins to the left, tight end to the right. Lindley in the backfield. It looks like it's a pass that was completely obviously someone didn't
3rd and 10.
Either quarterback was unsure or what it was, or just a miscommunication. It looks like. So Anderson, the intended receiver was Garrett Stahl. It would have looked, had Garrett been able to pull that in, he would have been very close to a first down, as it looks like the Rebel defense is playing that soft, so not to give up the big play. So, but you have Haveman out here on the right for defensively for the deal. Anderson drops back. Looks like he's got Stahl. He had the
Garrett Stahl with the
should have gave him forward motion, but obviously the official did not give him forward motion.
In on that tackle, along with Gilbert,
because the ball had crossed,
as well as Martindale.
Yeah, they marked him a good yard short of where he had caught that ball.
38-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 2.
Basically, the side judge here marked the ball where he got tackled. So, but it's their game. Okay, we got we're going for it here with 40 seconds to go. Timeout called by the Blackhawks. 30-second timeout.
Timeout, Blackhawks.
So with 31 seconds to go, they will, my guess is they did it in order.
Your local Polaris expert is Taggart's Power Sports in Hinton. New, pre-owned, and accessories. And you can shop conveniently online too at TaggartPowersports.com. Taggart's Power Sports offers a full line of Polaris Ranger UTVs, Polaris ATVs, the all-new Sportsman's Ace, Polaris snowmobiles. Whatever comes your way, whether it's wind, rain, snow, or mud, make sure you're prepared. Polaris ATVs and Rangers from Polaris. Find them today at Taggart's Power Sports, Hinton.
To get into overtime. So, and we're back here. It's about halftime, 31 seconds. Blackhawks took a timeout. I'm guessing to decide what they really wanted to do, because I don't really think I'd want to give the Rebels a short field at this point in time. But There's a reason why I'm here doing the announcing, and they're over there coaching. So it is 4th and 1. Again, I would dispute the spot, but not obviously it has no bearing on the game. It's really been a penalty-free game for the most part. So we got trips to the left. And it's up the middle by Lindley, who crosses the 40, gets the first down, and gets to the 45. And
Lindley, the ball carrier.
First down, and I believe mentally a timeout for the Blackhawks to stop the clock.
Enough for a Blackhawk first down. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line of the Blackhawks.
So what will they come for? Who knows?
We've got a timeout on the field called by the Blackhawks as well.
Blackhawks have one timeout left. I do believe Westwood has all 3 of theirs. There's 25 seconds left. Blackhawks are down 21-13. They're down by 8. Going into this, be going into halftime. So it's been a good game. I mean, it's been the DeWalt show on the ground and some good play offensively, some good passes by the Blackhawks to get themselves to make it a game. Very, very realistically, they've had some good runs, mixed it up. I think the Blackhawks got to be aware of the sweep that the Rebels have put in. When you have DeWalt getting 95, 98, 99% of the carries, you got to be a little leery for that sweep, because that's a change of speed. So it looks like they have 20 seconds. The clock is running. So here we go here. They're going to be on a short clock. They broke the huddle a little late there, but here we go.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Sprint out. Again. Oh, had the ball in his hand, hit him in the numbers, and bounced out. I think the intended receiver was Droscher.
DeRocher, the ball.
So it's going to be. Oh, it looks like there's a penalty. Probably.
Second down.
They're going to say either ineligible receiver downfield, or nope, they're picking it up.
No penalty flag on the field.
Or they may have thought that Gabe had crossed the line. But that was thrown by the umpire, so he must have thought he saw something. So, second down and 10, 17 seconds left to go. We've got Twins to the right, Kerwin to the left, Lindley in the backfield. Again, drops straight back. Caught by, I believe, Droscher, down by number 44, tackled there.
Bo DeRocher with that reception.
Bo DeRocher, that reception.
About 4 on the play.
Tackled by Martindale of the Rebels.
Timeout.
And he put him down hard. So 7 seconds left. About 8 seconds left. Now,
if you placed an August Booster Club order, you can pick that order up by the concession stand this evening.
I did not put in a Booster Club order. So I will not be going to although the concession stand would be
once again August Booster Club orders can be picked up by the concession stand.
So here we go. It's 3rd and 6 with 8 seconds left. What is it that they're going to try to do? Not really sure. Again, just a reminder that this is Westwood's homecoming. All the 3s are highlighted in blue for Cage McDonald, who passed away yesterday in the Westwood. He was a 7th grader here in the Westwood Community Schools. So, back to action here. We have 3rd and 6. Anderson waiting for the snap. He drops straight back. He's coming. Kind of a pitch and catch there. And it looks And it looks like the time has run out, and we are at halftime. Be right back in about 15 minutes.
That brings us to the end of the first half. We've got
And we're back. Might notice there's some change on the scoreboard there, but somehow I lost the logos, and so I built them and turned them around, whatever. But it's back. We're Hinton's down 21-13, and we will get back at it here in just about a minute. Actually, it'll be about 4 minutes before we're back on. The Blackhawks are back out on the field. They're going to go down to the other end zone and stretch. And I'm going to focus in on number 30 again. This is in honor of Cage, a young man who passed away yesterday. So yep, they just said put 3 minutes back on the deal, and we'll be right back here in 3 minutes. And we're back to Wayne M. Hoffman Athletic Complex, the superintendent who was a longtime superintendent here in Westwood Community School District. So we're going to be starting the second half here, and just shortly we're getting the shadows of the coming in over sun going down behind us. Not too often do you get a real day game like this. So at 6:22, the Rebels will be receiving. Pierce will be kicking off for the Blackhawks. You have, get my sheet here again. You've got Flowers back, and you've got Reynolds back. So you've got Kyron Flowers, number 1, and number 30 is Kyler Reynolds. You have a sophomore and a senior. And, of course, you got linemen up front. And here we go. Second half ready to kick off. Back out here a little bit here. Deep kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. So penalty
As we start
flag.
the second half, the initial kickoff
Like
from the
the ball
Blackhawks
will be
sails out of bounds.
placed at the 35. That's where the Rebels will take off. First,
So the
first
Rebels
and 10.
will start first and
Take
10.
over.
From the 35-yard line.
So here we go. If If I was a betting man, I'd probably say the first snap is going to be handed off to Jackson DeWall, but they do come out in a double I formation, offset. Here we go. Yep, and it looks like movement, and the way it's called, it's going to be on the Rebels. Yep.
Penalties on the play.
Motion, illegal motion. 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 15.
False start against the Rebels. That'll back us up 5 yards.
That may be their first penalty of the game.
From the 30-yard line.
So it's 1st and 15 from the 30. You got Pierce out here on, looks like number 11, which is Tenninger. A sweep with DeWall coming out. He cuts it back in, and you get that, get him moving. He gains about 6-7 yards on that.
8-yard gain on the play. DeWall, the ball carrier.
I'm going to object to the announcer. I think it was a 7-yard gain.
And 8.
But here we go. It is 2nd and 8, which would make my 7-yard gain deal correct. So they actually had DeWalt on the sweep there. He's a little farther in the backfield now. So it's going to hand off to him. Another sweep to the other side. And it looks like he's got the corner turned, and he gets probably another 4-5 yards there. Try to get in this a little tighter on that one.
About a 6-yard gain on the play around the left side.
So
you're going to have carrier brings up 3rd.
Well, they gave him the roll on that one.
And 4.
So it looks like you've got 3rd and 4 here. Ball is on the 41.5-yard line. So it looks like they want to go. Now they might switch it back up and hand off. There's some movement. He's back through the lineup. He's cutting it off to the outside, cuts it back into the middle, and Pierce gets him, but it's not until after a
20-yard gain on the play by DeWalt.
22-yard gain there by DeWalt. So it's first and 10 on the
1st and 10 Rebels.
Blackhawk 40. So they've come out now with 3 or 4 straight sweeps with DeWalt on this. And they seal down on the ends, and then it's just a matter of matching up. Through the middle, and he keeps his feet moving, but they got him stopped. About a 2-yard gain on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. That time.
2-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, Tanger split left. Another sweep. Well, they got him by the shirt. There we go. Took him down for about a 4-yard loss, 3-yard loss right there.
DeWald brought down in the backfield.
Very close
Hartman
to
and Lindley.
Initially close to a horse collar there, and that's what the Blackhawks have to do. They do have to be a team tackle on DeWalt because he's such a powerful runner. He has 3 touchdowns. And he has that break through the middle capabilities. I mean, you tackle him up high, he's going to hurt you. You need to have more than one on him. Okay, you've got Twins here. Another sweep out to the right. He cuts it back into the middle. Again, he just brushes them off, and there he goes for a touchdown. About a
41-yard touchdown run.
41-yard touchdown run
for the Rebels.
That's his 4th touchdown of the night. And again, we have
Quap on to attempt the extra point.
Flowers the holder, or have him in the holder. And it's up, and it is good. So he is perfect.
Good.
Max is perfect. So it's 28-13 with 8:44 to go in the third quarter. Again, this is a Fuller Digital Solution production.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Okay, and the Blackhawks are ready to receive the kickoff. Here, we're in the third quarter. It is 28-13. Looks like Lindley and we have an offsides here.
Penalty on the play.
That's the second
Rebels.
Second penalty on the Rebels tonight. Like I said, it's been a fairly clean football game when it comes to that. I think Hinton's maybe had three penalties, so it's really been a pretty clean game. Again, here we go.
Go back to tee up 5 yards and kick it from the 35.
Okay, they've been kicking it on the ground. They obviously don't want a return. But maybe they'll see if they can do something here. Kind of a little pooch kick. Taken by up the middle for about maybe a yard.
Garrett Stahl
on
with the
return on that. So here we
Drop
go.
The ball back to the 42-yard line. Blackhawks, first and 10.
First and 10 here onto their own 42. Now in the first half, the Blackhawks was getting to the point where they were moving the ball fairly well with a mixture of run and pass. So we'll see what happens. Oh, thought kid was going to fall there. So here we go. Anderson ready for the snap. Lindley in the backfield. Turn. Lindley goes off tackles, gets to the end, a sweep. He's pushing the pile hard, and he's going to end up with probably at least a
Garrett Lindley, the
11-yard run, a first down run there, I think. So yeah, a good 12-yard run there.
11 yards on the play. That'll be a first down for the Blackhawks.
First down for the
Ball's now
Blackhawks.
Spotted at the 42-yard line of the Rebels.
Nice little sweep. I think it was supposed to go off the right tackle, but he bounced it out and turned it upfield for it. I would say probably a good 12-yard first down run. Snap was just a little bit hard to handle. You tend to have that when you got a new quarterback in there. Okay, Anderson. Been a beast motion. Oh, we had another penalty right at the snap that went over the quarterback's head. That was probably a good thing on the penalty there, because I think if they would have just recovered the fumble or the bad snap, it would have been probably a 12-yard loss. So I guess you could say we caught a break on that one. Clock is rolling. So you have probably first down and 15 for that. Okay, here we go. Snap. Again, another bad snap. Anderson taking it, tosses it. Oh, and it is picked off by Reynolds. A turnover, the first turnover of the game.
With the interception for the Rebels.
So the Rebels will take over at about their 41-yard line. So it'll be first and 10. Rebels on the first turnover of the game.
After the interception by Reynolds, the ball is spotted at the 41-yard line where the Rebels have it. 1st and 10.
So at 7:39, the first turnover happened in the third quarter. Okay. Haveman is under center. Pitch to
There's a 60-yard touchdown run by Bryson Martindale for the Rebels.
So at 7:27, it's now 34-13 Rebels over the Blackhawks. Waiting for the extra point. It was a good little razzle-dazzle play there.
Pop onto it,
and Martindale was able to get outside the tackle. A good block by
a snap from Gilbert.
By Reynolds on that to not allow the guy to come back in because Martindale cut in. Snap up, and it is good. So it is 35-13. We'll be right back after this message.
How it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks.
Yeah.
Prime Bank, other banks.
Woo.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with You-Pick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check balances, deposit checks, and use all the popular payment services. So now is a good time to bank with confidence. At Prime Bank, earn more your way. Member FDIC.
I would say Westwood has a pretty darn good kicker because he hasn't missed it yet. And Blackhawks are going to have to dig down deep, and they're going to have to get themselves back in the game. So here we go, Blackhawks. You've got
Lindley and Hartman deep.
Lindley and
for the
Hartman.
Blackhawks. Quap kicking for the Rebels.
On the ground. Benabuse takes it and tries to get it up into the middle of the field, and he makes it to about the 40. So
Benabuse, the ball carrier.
The ball carrier there. So at 7:21, the Blackhawks take over on their own 40. They are down 35-13.
McDonald and Malloy both in on the tackle.
So here we go. That was the first touchdown that was not scored by DeWald. Oh, here we go. Okay, we've got Carter Warden out left, and we got Stahl out left. Anderson in the backfield with Lindley. Hand off to Lindley up the middle, who kind of does a galloping horse, and there we go. He makes about
Lindley,
4 yards on that, almost 5.
Heilman.
And that's what Hinton's going to have to do. They're going to have to basically go back to what has worked well for them. And
4 on the play. He's going to bring up second.
They're not going to be able to score, 22 points in one possession. So they just have to go about their business and do their plays. And here we got Dylan Hartman in the backfield now. Trips left. Anderson waiting for the snap. Hand off to Hartman, who goes up the middle for about maybe a yard on that one. There was good penetration. He's
gain of a couple by Lindley.
He's kind of hurting a little bit out there, I think.
Tanner
the boys
in on
are.
that tackle. 3rd down.
But they were able to flood the gaps there really quite well. So it's 3rd and 3, a long 3 for a first down. So Anderson's back in. Expresses, tells the kids the play. You've got Pierce out wide left. You've got Carter Warden out wide. Oh, and there was movement on Pierce.
Penalty flag on the field.
Carter Warden. It was Pierce.
Indication is the Blackhawks.
Carson Pierce that kind of did a little, moved his legs, kind of a little pitter-patter, and that was enough. And it was right in front of the official. So at 5:50, it's 35-13 Westwood over Hinton right now. And we've got same formation. We do have Dylan Hartman in the backfield this time. Anderson drops back, throws it over to the middle to, I'm not sure, I believe it was
Garrett Stahl with the reception.
Garrett Stahl there.
Gained about 12 on the play.
They have a little
It's
bit better
Blackhawk
anger
first down.
but that covered enough for a
Ball
first
spotted
down
at
there.
the 47-yard line of the Rebels.
47-yard line of the Rebels. The Blackhawks moving the chains. Back in, they just got to get the rhythm, and they got to get moving to go to make their plays work. I mean, like I said, they can't get it all back, so they're just going to have to get a offensive touchdown here or points. There we go. Another high snap, ball on the ground, and it is recovered by Westwood,
on the play.
by number 2, I believe, by Haveman, who's helping his cause. So, or actually 30 covered that, and that has to be Reynolds, I believe. So, what looked to be a promising drive for the Blackhawks is snuffed out by a fumble.
Recovered that fumble.
So the Rebels take over on their 46-yard
line, where the Rebels now have it, 1st and 10.
So the second turnover, 2 turnovers in the third quarter, were the first 2 turnovers of the game. We're at 5:03, and of course you're back out there, which has been the typical formation for Westwood right now. And back, same play the other way, and it's Reynolds going down the sideline. Oh, they got him at about the 10-yard line.
43-yard run by Reynolds. Brought down at about the 10-yard line.
Yep. So it's going to be first and
Check
goal.
that 15.
Oh, first and 10 at the 15. Looked like the angle we had, it looked like it was 10. So here we go. Here we go. Hand off to Walt, off tackle, who carries him for about 5 yards. So it'll be second and 5 for the Rebels.
DeWald with a 4-yard gain on the play.
So it'll be second and
down.
6. They only gave him 4. 4:28 and counting. Reynolds with the little off-tackle run there, taken down by Dylan Hartman.
Reynolds, the ball carrier. No gain on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd down.
So third and 7. Looks like movement there on the line.
Penalty flags before
so
the
to
snap.
move the Rebels back 5 yards.
And that will be assessed against the Rebels.
Like I said, it has not been. It's been a fairly penalty-free game. So here we go. It is 3rd and 12. Ball sitting on about the 17. 16 right in there, 17, 16 right in there. Little movement there. And it looks like Martindale again takes it to the zone for a touchdown.
Martindale with the touchdown.
Martindale for a touchdown. So it's now 41-13.
It's about a 20-yard run around the right side. Max Pop on to attempt the extra point.
High snap, and it is good.
Good.
42-13. It's now a 29-point game there. 28-point game. 29. So,
We believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
And we're back. I'll get it up here. There we go. Given the shadows are kind of playing hectic with the camera a little bit, but that's okay. The score is still 42-13. And that drive for the Rebels was started with a fumble recovery. The last two touchdowns came over to, so there you have 14 points over turnovers. So here we go, a nice line drive kick, picked up by Dylan Hartman, who takes it to the middle of the field and is stopped right there at about the 32,
Hartman,
33.
the kick returner.
So that was a nice hit there.
Jackson Pritchard in on that tackle.
Jackson Pritchard was the tackler.
Aiden McDonald as well.
Well, I'm just going to let
Ball
you
is
play.
returned to the 33-yard line where the Blackhawks have it. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 on the 33. Gabe in shotgun formation. Lindley in the backfield. Pierce on the side. Left side here, closest to us. Closest on the right. A little quick pass out, a little bubble screen. Nope.
Garrett Stahl, the intended receiver. Pass ball
Incomplete, so 2nd and 10. Three minutes left in the third quarter. Twins to the right. Pierce to the left. Lindley off tackle, sweeps it out, turns it up, he hits it head on, and they run him out of bounds at about
Lindley
the
around
40-yard
the right
line.
side, pushed out of bounds by Haveman.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 3, a 3rd and 2.
But not after about an 8-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2.
It was a nice run. It was a design run to go outside. A little sweep action there. Stahl and Minibus to the, and Warden to the, another bad stamp. And of course, he pays for it. So it's 4th all the way back to the 25. They've struggled with that snap, so it's 4th and 25. Obviously a punting situation here.
Flowers back deep for the Rebels.
Flowers back deep for the Rebels. Looks like it's going to be they're going to come forward.
Pierce punting for the Blackhawks.
Looks like they might be going for that is a bad snap, but recovered nicely by Pierce, who then flips the field all the way down to
Excellent
the
pump by Pierce.
27-yard line.
Down
So
at about the 26
turned
yard line.
turned a almost disastrous snap into a spectacular punt. So the Rebels take over at 1:27 in the third quarter. They're back on their 27-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will take over, and the Blackhawks are back on defense. Hinton's gonna, Hinton's gonna have to come up the big stop here. DeWall off tackle, just stiffs arm, and another stiff arm, and he's going down the sidelines. It looks like he's going to go all the way.
There's a 74-yard run by DeWall.
74-yard
touchdown.
Run. So now it becomes a 48-13 score, which means there will be a continuous clock. That sucks. But it is what it is. They've got it.
On to attempt the extra point.
They have to, Blackhawks got to keep fighting. I mean, now it's
Gilbert
about
with the snap.
getting back to that clock so it stops. And the only times it'll stop, I believe, is penalties and touchdowns and timeouts. Low snap, up, and it is good. They got a great kicker.
Good.
I'll tell you what, Max is good. So it's 49-13, and we'll be right back here in Sloan. Back. Again, we are waiting for the Blackhawks to come back out. I know the coach is saying, we got to keep playing. You can't stop playing because this game is going to go. It's moving forward. And we've got Hartman and Lindley in the backfield. Bodie Benabus to my closest to the right. Another line drive picked up by Hartman again. And there he comes. And he is stuck by 20.
Hayden McDonald with the tackle.
Stuck him pretty good. That was a nice tackle there. Very physical. So the Blackhawks take over at about their 28-yard line, 29-yard line. So probably return of about 8 yards.
Tackle. Ball is spotted at the 29-yard line of the Blackhawks.
Obviously motion movement.
We have a timeout on the field called by the Rebels.
Oh, timeout. Hello. There we go. So 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Blackhawks take over on the 29. Anderson in the backfield. Little swing pass out to Droscher, who takes it up the field. He's going to get about 10, 11 yards on that deal. So that was a nice little swing pass there by the Blackhawks.
Gain 10 on the play. It's a Blackhawk first down.
Group tackle there by the Rebels. They're a very good tackling team as well. So it's 1st and 10 on the 40, and we're going to be coming to the end of the third quarter before the ball is snapped.
And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Emma Shuck, Sarah Hall, Tamara Heck, Yadira Angelo, Roxana Angelo, Ella Hanner, Becca Mitchell, Jana Tucker, and Riley McDonald. Nice job, ladies.
So here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Remember, it's a continuous clock until Blackhawks are able to get it under 35 points. Anderson in the backfield. Offset. Lindley takes the ball, sweeps left, going down the sideline. He takes a nice run, gets about 15 yards.
Lindley, the ball carrier.
And I believe it was Reynolds was the
15 on the play.
Reynolds was the tackler.
First down. Lawson Haveman with that tackle.
I don't know about that. I think it was Reynolds. But either way, here we go, 11:35 and counting, and Anderson's back in with the play.
Come on, defense!
Twins right. Again, looking for a pass. Another interception.
Interception on the play.
By number 1.
Kyron Flowers.
Kyler Flowers.
However, there are penalty flags on the field.
Well, I'm guessing the penalty came after the interception, so it will be so after the penalty,
personal foul against the Rebels.
After the play. So it's going to move the Rebels back 15 yards. Or
Rebels will retain possession of the ball after the interception by Flowers.
so they're going to mark it off, I believe, 15 yards. I think it's down to about the 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 11-yard line. Motion, pitch out, ball is loose.
Fumble on the play.
Fumble on it. It was just
Covered
a bad
by
pitch.
Haveman.
Reynolds wasn't ready for it. I don't think he anticipated it.
On the play, it's going to bring
but
up
Haveman was able to get back on top of that.
About 16
that
or
was
17.
Good. That was a pretty good defensive push there by Stahl and Lindley. So if you get in the backfield, you can kind of screw those plays up a little bit. And here we go. We got the Rebels coming up the line. You've got the Blackhawk defense ready to go. Up the middle again. Looks like there's a ball on the ground because I saw the beanbag go down.
McDonald, the ball carrier.
McDonald's the ball carrier, but saw the beanbag go down, so obviously they thought the ball came out.
No gain on the play.
No gain on that, so it's third and 16. We got wideouts to the right or to the left. Have them under center. It looks like, and he gets hit hard at the goal line. They say he's not in.
The ball carrier.
That was a good defensive stop there. So now it's 4th and a long ways.
No gain on the play. 4th down.
There was no gain. There was actually a loss of about 5 yards. So it's going to be 4th and about 21, 22 yards. The second punt of the game, Jackson DeWald is the punter. He's a man of many
DeWald
talents.
in to punt for the Rebels. Carter Warden back deep for the Blackhawks.
So here we go, Carter Warden back. It's a nice punt. Oh, and there's a scramble for the ball. Wow, and number 19 for the Blackhawks comes back up with it. Ethan Hubner comes up with it.
Blackhawks.
Thought for a minute they were getting into rugby because there's definitely a scrum. Okay, the Blackhawks take over at the 45 of the Rebels. That was probably a 45-yard punt, and then it was kicked around there for a while, for a bit. 8:08 left to go. Again, the time is a continuous running except for penalties, timeouts, and touchdowns, and injury, of course. So here we go. Anderson in the back, quarterback, Lindley behind him. Formation, Anderson hat up, looks nice little toss, stalls the receiver over there. Incomplete.
Anderson to Stahl.
Incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete. 2nd down.
That's a tough play there for a right-handed quarterback when you're rolling out to your left. My guess is he was probably just a little bit behind him. So with about 7 snap of the ball, will be pretty close to 7 minutes, right in there. If the Blackhawks they've got to continue to work their plays and score the points, and can't worry about the points, to be honest with you. You just got to keep going. Pierce is the receiver there. Takes it up, gets a reception right at the probably 12-yard reception there. Didn't get much
Hansen,
on the
along with Haveman with that tackle.
You heard that, Hansen, they have him on the tackle there. So it's 1st and 10 at about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. The Blackhawks they're getting, moving that ball along. Okay. We have Droscher in the backfield, Lindley out to the left, Stahl to the right. Lindley comes in a little bit. Oh, there, a handoff to Warden, or to Droscher, who takes it. Gets probably about 2-3 yards there or more. Oh, looks like they're
P.J. Thompson with
it's
that tackle.
Awful hard to see
Brought
how far
down
it
to
is
Rocher.
because of the angle.
Gain of several on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Looks like the Rebels are changing out some people.
Gangler and Lewis into the game for the Rebels.
I mean, the game itself is probably pretty much, nothing's not going to score, 36 points in 4 minutes. You never know, but probably not. So they're getting their new people in, and Blackhawks are working their stuff. Drop back by Anderson. Up past there. Oh, another interception by the Rebels at the 2 or 3 yard line. Obviously, there's going to be
interception on the play.
There is a penalty there.
There is a flag on the field.
Is it going to be offensive pass interference, or is it going to be defensive? So
penalty against the Rebels.
So they're up to. So that's going to be a first down for the Blackhawks. So the ball is going to come back to the Blackhawks. The penalty is going to be marked off. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on about the 12, 13-yard line.
And the Blackhawks will retain possession with the penalty. 1st and 10 at about the 12.
Lindley in the backfield. Offset right. Anderson waiting for the snap. Another bad snap. Down at about the 40 or 38. That's a
fumble on the snap, covered by the quarterback. Thompson there.
Well, they got their holding call they were asking for, but it's declined. Win one for the crowd. So we are 2nd and a mile. I mean, literally, Blackhawks are going to have to just keep working this and get it down so they can score some points here. 4:38 to go in counting. Hand off to Lindley, who goes to the outside, cuts it up, wrapped up, and he gets down to about the 30-yard line. Multiple Rebels on the tackle, but I think it was Logan Beta. It looked like had hands on him first.
Steinhoff in on that tackle.
Steinhoff. That's a
Tanner Olson as well.
That's a Sloan name that's been around for a long time. So 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go. 3rd and probably 30. So here we go. Drops back to pass. Sprints out right. Wrapped up at the 35, 36-yard line.
Aiden McDonald with the tackle.
Aiden McDonald with the tackle. So it's going to be 4th down.
Brought down Anderson in the backfield. Loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
4th and a bunch. I would assume the Blackhawks are going to basically go for it. They might as well. Clock is still running. We're almost to the 3-minute mark. I mean, if you kick it in the end zone, it's only about a 15-yard net gain, so timeout for the Blackhawks.
Timeout called on the field by the Blackhawks.
Yes, timeout.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Appears we have an earthquake here in Sloan. So it's 7:08, normal starting time for this game. But we are with about 2 minutes, 53 seconds from the end. We're in the 4th quarter. It's 4th and probably about 29. Gabe Anderson in shotgun formation. Drops back to pass. Loops it up. It looks, and it is picked off on a tip play. And they're bringing it back. Ooh, and Anderson stops him enough.
Chapman with the Rebel interception.
Colin Chapman with the interception and probably brings it back a good 28, 29
Chapman
yards.
brought the ball back to the 40-yard line where he was run out of bounds. Rebels have got it, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 here, so with almost 2 minutes just left, probably by the time they snap this ball, it'll be the 2-minute mark. And it's 49-13 Rebels. Looks like they have brought in the reserves, so which is you don't want to get their starters hurt at this point in time. Nice little run up the middle there. Tackled by, by 21.
Joe Morris in at quarterback.
And
on that
Dylan
play.
Hartman.
Aiden McDonald, the ball carrier, gained 8 on the play.
And Brogan Lake was in on that.
Jackson
So
Pritchard
we're at
also into the
138
game.
there.
2nd down, Rebels.
And a nice missed handoff there. Stopped by 65, which is Colton Robinson.
Colton Robinson on that tackle. Brought down Morris in the backfield.
The quarterback in now is, looks like Joe Morris, a freshman. So we're right at a minute left in this contest. Another big run by number 20. A tackle by Lindley. And
McDonald, the ball carrier, gain of about 5 on the play. It's enough for a Rebel 1st down.
And obviously the change crew's a little bit confused.
Jeremiah Berg also into the game.
We're at 20-some seconds left. This could be the last play of the game. Down early there. Nice. Tripped him up at the deal. 15 seconds to go. I'm guessing this is going to be it. That was the last play of the game. And the Westwood Rebel wins 49-13 in their homecoming game. Hinton Blackhawks had a decent first half, but stalled out in the second half.
So. And that brings us to the end of the contest.
And they will be playing. They're at home next week,
13,
playing against Akron
Rebels,
Westfield
49.
Westerners. And of course,
we want to thank our chain gang as well as our statisticians this evening.